Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is November 20th, 25. It's a 2025. It's a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news and well, let's get going. Yeah, there's a decent amount of things to talk about today. First, of course, we have the continuation of the Yu-Gi-Oh collab. Unsurprisingly, we have a new Chokyukyoku quest featuring Hao Judai as our opponent. We're going to be fighting him to take on this next quest. However, do note that Hao is not going to drop. We are instead going to get a different monster in his place. This quest will start on the 21st and last until the 2nd of December when the collab ends. Now, who are we going to be getting by defeating Hao Judai here? Well, we are going to be getting Yubel. Yubel will be our drop monster, and she is going to be the prize for this Chokyukyoku quest. This is a one and done style quest, so if you can complete this quest or have somebody carry you to complete it, everybody will be able to get Yubel at max luck right away. So you only need to clear this once, and also you'll be getting a badge for your troubles. Dual Academia, I guess, is the name of the badge there. So clear once, and you get max luck Yubel. Now you may have noticed a certain something is missing, so make sure you tune into news next week as well to see where we can get that certain thing. But before we talk about that, we have another quest for the collab, and this is going to be some coin collecting. We haven't had this in a while, I feel like, but there's going to be a special quest, Legend Duelist Challenge here. We are going to be taking on this quest and trying to collect some duelist coins, and these duelist coins are going to be something that we are going to enjoy exchanging for. There are going to be three possible bosses on this quest. We've got Judai, we've got Yusei, and rarely we will see Yugi and Yami Yugi show up as our opponents. We'll talk about why that's important in a second. But with these quests, we are also going to be able to pick up a notable reward, and that is this cute little guy here, Kuribo. I remember his card back in the old days too. So cool to see Kuribo, and he is, of course, part of the confirmation action for the collab, which is not surprising. Um, but Kuribo is a little bit interesting because he will only show up when you happen to pull Yugi as your boss for that coin collection stage. Now, I'm sure it's not going to be a high rate, but I'm sure it should be something you should, you know, pretty much guaranteed to get as long as you're farming for the coins to pick up. You will almost certainly be able to encounter it. I would be very surprised if they made this hard because when you see Yugi as the boss, that is the only time you can pick up this Kuribo. It will be an invade monster in the quest, and you can pick it up that way by defeating the Kuribo. Now, what's important here is that Kuribo is 1 star. And you may be like, hold on, Scott, why would I want a 1 star monster? And that, my friends, the answer to that is medal farming. You will get a higher multiplier for your medals if you have a total rarity of your team less than a certain threshold. Having a 1 star monster, essentially you're basically killing one slot, right? But you can kill that one slot with a monster that might be just good enough to just survive, right? And if it can survive, that's good enough for you to have 3 OP monsters that just knocks the rest of the stage over. Notably, the OG monster for this was Bante, right? Like you've seen that kangaroo, or I forget what the other one, because Bante is like the classic, right? But Bante was good. And then we had Dragon Quest, and we had the slime. Slime had so many null abilities that helped you survive things, but that's been a while. So, Kuribo is gonna, fit that position. You are going to want to keep this Kuribo, even if you don't do it now. These 2 star, 1 star slot monsters just do not come around, right? So, this is very important to bank and get for. Even if you're not doing it now, you will probably, if you're still playing the game, you'll still eventually want it. I love my slime, so having Kuribo here is going to be really awesome too. Now, for those of you who haven't done these coin collection quests before, basically you're going to clear that quest, you're going to get some coin drops. Those coin drops you can then exchange for in-game goods, which are going to be really useful. Also, do note that when you play co-op, that the boss at the very end will also drop additional coins as a bonus for playing co-op. The more people you play with, 4 players for example, the more coins you'll get as well. So it does really incentivize you to play with other people rather than alone. So do keep that in mind for this quest. And whenever we are farming for these coins, we always have some kind of jackpot monster that shows up. And this time we've got the gold sarcophagus, which is appropriate, right? That gold sarcophagus will be on stage randomly, and if you can destroy it before it runs away, you will be able to pick up a good amount of coins as a reward. Right, so do make sure that you take it down, because after a few turns it will run away. Whatever attack count it has on it, that's when it runs away. So um, don't miss out on that. Now, when we have exchange quests, we gotta have a monster that we exchange for, right? Manjome, which unfortunately the English name says Chaz. Okay. And his monster is the armed dragon level 10. He's a rank 6 in this game, so that's unfortunate for it. But using those coins, 100 coins a pop to get him, make sure you get that. You can get some alternate strike shot voices, some in-game titles, as well as in-game items that will be useful for you. Make sure you do that. If you want the scroll, you'll need to spend 50k coins before that's unlocked. And then, I guess maybe the Kuribo only gets unlocked and you don't get it? Or is this just a way to get it if you don't see it in-game? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm assuming this is just a way to get it if you are really unlucky and you just want to spend, because you need to spend basically 200k coins before you can get it this way. And I don't think Mixie's going to force you to do that as the only way. So that's my guess, but we'll see. And of course, any monsters that you get through the game via missions or login always gets max luck until the end of the collab. So that also applies to the level 10 dragon there we saw earlier. And if you're watching this right away, Monster Strike Day was today. It is the 20th in Japan already, so make sure you did not forget to pick up your rewards here. Well, for a lot of you, it'll be already too late, but hopefully you did that work. We've got a new Cho Kyukyoku quest that's going to be available in-game, and it features Chiriato here as our enemy, and this is a one-and-done style quest. We saw this with Draginyatso, right? Where if you can clear this quest, you will be able to get him at max luck right away. His quest will be available starting the 29th, the day after Thanksgiving for us in the States, and last until the end-ish of January. So you have a lot of time, but don't dilly-dally, because you might forget about, oh, did I finish Draginyatso? And Draginyatso will be ending her reign in Monster Strike on the 25th, which is only 5 days away. So please be careful about that. I do have a video, so a rare video, and it did pretty well. So I will probably try my best to get a I already forgot his name, Chiriato video pretty quickly, so that you can understand what's going on, right? Draginyatso did have a little bit of a complicated gimmick with the photons. We'll see if there's anything like that with I already forgot its name already. Chiriato. So yeah, please make sure go ahead and watch that video. If I remember, I'll try to put the link to that video here. But it was pretty good. For those of you who want to spend money, this is not orbs, but rather cold hard cash instead. They are upgrading the old pick 20 gacha and making it a pick 10 gacha, and so now the pool of monsters that you can get has decreased by 50%, which is really good, because if you don't remember how this works, you've got 2 different packs available that you can purchase. Each one has a pool of 10 monsters that you're guaranteed to get 1 monster. Of those 10, 5 of them are selected for the second guaranteed monster. So well, let's take a look at the next slide, because this is how it works, visualization wise, right? You do a temple, 12% rates. It's just a standard temple that you've paid 4,900 yen for. You also get 3 Waku Waku sticks and 3 Waku Waku mins. But the important thing here is on the right side, right? The green framed guaranteed spot is one of 10 monsters. The yellowed framed second spot is guaranteed from one of 5 monsters, right? So let's take a look at the pool. This is the first gacha, the one on the left, the blue one. You get a choice of these. You don't get to pick, but these are the pool of the guaranteed monsters. The blue one includes all 10. The yellow one is the 5 monster slot. And honestly, like, Chio, I don't know if she's, that great to be in there with the rest, but the other 4 pretty darn solid monsters that you would be aiming for. And the top 5 are nothing to ignore too, right? Like if you don't have enough nightmares or nails, right? Nails in a terrible gacha now. Was it Renaissance? And I forget if that's, I think that's Banko, and you have Zadkiel too. So pretty solid monsters here. And then here's the second gacha, the pink one, the one on the right. Right, like you've got, Raphael Alpha. If you are struggling on that particular mausoleum stage and you are missing this key component, that's great to see. You've got the Yabajoshi, which is already also strong. This one, this could be Banko or Sanzu, maybe. I always get the two mixed up. Etoile and Nikke there as well. So, and the top line's nothing to poo-poo about either, right? Luminous. You've got the what was it? The brothers. But those are also good for the mausoleum as well. So a solid set of monsters here that people would probably really want. And so the fact that the pool is only 10 and then 5, rather than I think before it's 20 then 10, right? Um, very, very interesting. So again, not tempting your orbs this time, but it is tempting your wallet. So do be careful about that. Now, this is for everybody. If you were falling asleep because that gacha had nothing to do for you, now's the time to wake up. The more guaranteed Waku Waku gacha here, and this is pretty darn exciting. This is a free 10 pull that you can do for 7 days. And so you have a choice of, do you want to take the monsters or do you want to dump them and increase your guaranteed slots for the next day? Because any 5-star monsters that you dump, that you discard as part of this event, turns into guaranteed slots for the next day. And to top that off, limited monsters are possible in this gacha. This gacha will be available starting tomorrow from the 21st and last until the 27th. So please do not miss out, because this is a free temple that you can take advantage of, and it's up to you to decide if you want to get them or not. So let's take a look at the decisions you have to make, and hopefully this makes it very clear. Once per day, a free temple. Free, okay? That's important. This does not cost any orbs. This is absolutely free for you to enjoy. See the results of your temple. Then you have a decision. Do you take or do you discard? If you take, great. That's awesome. You get that gacha result and it goes straight into your box. Awesome. You just got 10 monsters. Now, they're not all going to be great here, right? Like, you could get a bunch of 4 stars. You could even get a box sheet. But you want to take the results? Great. Now, the second option is to discard that pull. If you discard a pull, any 5-star, 6-star monsters will turn into guaranteed slots for the next day. So let's take a look at this example, right? We got 2 monsters here, right? I think the right one's Minerva, left one, I cannot remember the name of. I don't know. I apologize. But you've got 2 5, 6-star monsters in your gacha pool, and you've decided to discard them. That means on the next day, you will have 2 guaranteed slots. So basically, if you get a hit, you are guaranteed to get a different, well, not necessarily a different one, but you are guaranteed that a 6-star will carry over to the next day. Okay, let's take a look at the broader scale, right? Let's start at day 1, right? You do your temple and we get the result that we saw earlier. If you take it, great, you're done. When you do a take action, your guaranteed slots are reset back to 0 and you can continue the next day, right? Just because you take a pull doesn't mean you're done for the rest of this period. You get to do this every day for 7 days. Do not miss out this week for your gacha pulls, okay? Now, let's say I decide that day one is like, I already have these 2 monsters. I don't need them. I'm going to discard my pull, right? So you discard your pull and you'll wait until the next day, right? It's like, okay, great. I've discarded it. So now next day has 2 guaranteed slots waiting for me, right? Day 2 rolls around and I do my gacha pull. And you see here, right? My gacha pull has 2 slots with that gold frame around it, right? That's guaranteed to be a 5-6 star monster now. Yahoo! And then you do your same decision, right? This time I have 3 monsters that are 5-6 star monsters, right? And so do I want to keep them or do I want to roll again? Again, if you take it, you'll get all 10 monsters, right? Those 3 are just the notable ones, but you get all 10 that's in that gacha pool. And then you reset, and then day 3, you're going to start with 0 slots. Cool. But let's say I discard it again. It's like, I still don't need these characters. Go away. Let me discard them. Now I know I'm guaranteed 3 slots on day 3. And you can see that with the gold frames, right? I do my temple and like, okay, great. I got Arsene. I got Nail, right? You got Daki there too. And Taj Mahal too. And I don't remember who the red dude is. I feel like it's one of the buildings, but I'm not so sure. But anyways, and then you can decide again. If you want to skip, you will get 5 slots the next day, right? Ooh, but you know what? It's like, you know what? I could really use another nail. I think Daki's gonna get something awesome soon. Or like Arsene is on deck as well, right? It's up to you to decide. But just remember, you have 7 opportunities to do pull. Now, you could theoretically get 70 monsters at the end of this event if you just take it each day. But it's up to you to decide if you want to discard it so that you can guarantee some of the slots for the next day or not. So up to you to decide, but it's a very interesting gacha and I am pretty excited to see how this works. All right, we're gonna fly through these Jushin Kakais. We've got Edward Teach here as our first for the day. Speed down panel, Demon and Demon Mancer resist M. Unsurprisingly, those 2 are also on the killer at EL on his connect. He also has anti-magic circle and recovery M on the gauge, with super anti-warp also complementing his connect skill. Requirements are 1 or more non-demon or blast types in your team, which is not too bad, right? Strike shot speed power up and increases level of all items on screen and then absorbs all items. Bump combo high energy circle, wow, and Chozetsu expand pierce long on shockwave. So that is Edward Teach. And our second one is Heracles here. He is finally getting some love with a Shin Jushinka. And here's his set here. We've got anti-gravity barrier in the super flavor, anti-magic circle, gravity barrier killer, and Ethereal dragon killer. On the gauge, super anti-speed down wall, anti-transport wall, and water element killer. And then on the shot skill, which of course goes to Heracles himself, that the first enemy he hits, he will get 1.2 times attack against that enemy for that turn. And then the assist skill, remember that happens every time he shoots, which is nice. And the assist skill, which of course goes to all friendly units that are not Shin Jushinka already, and those will get a 15% attack bonus to any boss monsters that have gravity barriers on them. His strike shot, unfortunately, is still just a bash and laser. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting. Bump combo is a super 8-way laser EL and a reflect wall bomb. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure people more knowledgeable than me will be able to assess his kit right away. But for me, I'll just have to wait to see what they say. Those, of course, will be available next Tuesday. So look out for that if you have those monsters already. And before we wrap up, we have the anime. So make sure you don't forget to go to your missions and pick up your 1 box space for watching the new the next episode teaser, and of course the code for the week. Make sure you go to the web store, type in Butaman here. That is the lovely meat buns that they have. I love getting that, you know, late at night as a late night snack. Highly recommend. And here's our calendar until the next news. Make sure you have the mausoleum is about to end, and remember, you got to get one battle clear there so that you can get a bonus out of that. Very important. Do try to see if you can muster up a win, just one battle win, so that you can get the rewards. There are really good rewards there, so I really hope you guys can find. And if you, I'll try to put the video from Shiro in the comments or description area. He has, you know, some tips on just trying to see how you can get that one battle win. So take a look at that if you have not done that already. The Waku Waku Gacha starts tomorrow. I'm super happy to see how that's going to work. And for those of you who want to pay up, that gacha is available starting Friday as well. Next news is at the same time as usual, and actually no, I won't be. That'll be just before I head out for Thanksgiving break back home. So I'll still be here. So never mind. And here are your lucky monsters for the next week. So hopefully you have at least 3 monsters to maximize your bonuses. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, do consider hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. Monst on Twitter/X is available for news from myself at any time, and of course the Discord channel link to the server is in the description below. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.